Right guys, this is the second part of our look at the first releases for the Evercade in 2022. This time we're going to be looking at the Gremlin Collection 1. Let's go. Okay guys, welcome to Crazy Burger. We're going to have a look at the Gremlin Collection, which only has 6 games. Obviously it's not an awful lot of games, and it's going to be one of these collections that I don't think is going to be for everybody, especially those outside of maybe the UK and sort of maybe Europe, but I think this could be a tough sell for a lot of people. Obviously Zool is probably the star of the cart. And it really is going to depend how much you like football games and a couple others, and maybe Utopia. It may bring in some other people to actually this card, but I think this one could well be a tough sell to a lot of people, and I'm not sure a lot of people will pick this up. Anyway, we're going to have a look at it and I'll give you my opinions. There's the cart. It's kind of nice colour, green. Gremlin. Obviously it's not Gremlins, it's just Gremlin. They came under a few guises: Gremlin Interactive, Gremlin Software, I think. Anyway, let's have a look at the manual. Now this manual is actually quite interesting, and I'll go through it as we go through the video here. It's got a few extra pages for some of the games which are a little bit more in-depth, which is a great touch, and I'm so glad that Blaze are doing that. So here's a little bit of the background of Gremlin Interactive. They're now sort of used to be known as Gremlin Graphics at the start of the 80s, and they spent a lot of time making 8-bit games, then concentrating on console games. No doubt the star of this is Zool, which was kind of originally an Amiga game, which was obviously supposed to be the equivalent of Sonic on the Amiga. We've got Actua Soccer. Well, that's not bad. And interesting here guys, this cart has a few PlayStation games, and it also uses, if you probably see that, you can actually use the L2 and R2 button on here. Not many games actually utilise that yet. There's a couple of games in this cart that actually do. I wasn't a big fan of Actua Soccer, but it's not bad at all. Now here we get a little bit more interesting in the manual. Utopia. It's a very in-depth Sim City style game. Thankfully the manual actually has quite a few pages related to it. I think there's at least 6 or 8 pages here which give you a lot more background to how to play the game, all the detail, and I think this is one that's going to take a while to get used to and get your teeth stunk into, and this will definitely please a lot of people. A lot of people love this type of game. I'm not a massive fan, but if you've got time, at least there's a lot more details in the actual manual here for a change. That's very helpful. Premier Manager 97. This will definitely not be for everyone. It's a sort of football management game. There's a few extra pages on this as well to get you started. If you've never played a football management game before, not totally sure it's going to suck you in, you definitely need to be into your football or soccer, I guess, to actually appreciate this and get into it. There's not actually any football to be played in the game. It's all sort of setting up your team to try and get to the Premier League. Interesting, lots of pages on that, which is absolutely fantastic. Hardcore 4x4, which kind of looks a little bit ugly, another PlayStation game, but it's not too bad. Interesting, if you look down here, there's another function for the R2 button, which is the horn. Happy days. And a Game Boy game called Brainbender. A very strange collection of games. Ideally, I'd love to have seen Actua Golf, maybe a couple others, but this is it. 6 games, not the most amazing selection. Let's kick it onto the handheld, have a quick bash, and then we will have a look at it on the VS. We'll have a look on the handheld first, just to get a sort of feel for it. Because sometimes games do play better on the handheld and vice versa on the VS. I think for me, I'll probably play most of the time on the handheld, which I have been doing currently. So we've got Actua Soccer, Brainbender, Hardcore 4x4, Premier Manager 97. Which interestingly, that was the last Mega Drive game I actually owned and purchased way back in 1996. Happy memories. Didn't really play an awful lot of it, but still. Utopia and Zool. Anyway, I think for the purpose of this, I'm going to just jump onto Zool, since that's probably the easiest game to actually pick up and play. It's probably a plus point. It's one of these games you can just pick up, play, have a blast. It's really quite cool. And this is the Mega Drive version, I believe. Let's start to play. Very easy game to pick up and play. I'm not really sure what version was actually the best. There was a lot of versions of this. Obviously Amiga was the top one. There was a SNES version, probably a Game Boy version. There was lots of different versions. You know, it's one of these games. It's very easy to pick up and play. Pretty tricky though. Very tricky to play. I'm not sure being a fast-paced game actually suits it. Sometimes it's better actually going a little bit slower to collect all the things that you need to collect on the screen. But it looks pretty nice. It really plays really well. Happy days. Anyway guys, I think we'll maybe kick on to the onto the VS and we'll get a better look at it, and we'll talk you through the game a little bit more detail, and I'll give you my overall thoughts of this cart. Let's go now. I'm going to just start with the one at the top, Actua Soccer. Let's go. Now, interestingly, there was a few Actua Soccer games. This was obviously the first one, and amazingly, it still has the commentary from legendary Barry Davis and some advertisement stuff going about the sides. I actually thought they would have probably had to get rid of that, but yeah, it's a PlayStation game, and there are controls here. You can use the R2 button to select the camera and the L2 button to select the camera. That's really cool. So you got shoot button, pass, switch player, speed burst. Interesting. Lots of stuff going on. Let's get a game played. Oh wow, isn't that crazy seeing that? It's PlayStation. Definitely take a notch up a bit when you sort of plug in a PlayStation game, but sometimes the graphics are a little bit ugly here and there. Gremlin Interactive. I'm definitely disappointed we've not got Actua Golf, to be honest, but it's still a nice start. Let's take what we get. Actua Soccer, it ain't bad. Could this be the best football game on the Evercade? Sensible Soccer is probably the best one, but could this be the best sort of 3D style one? Let's know. Let's have a look. I think we'll just jump straight to a game. What team we're going to pick? Does it really matter? Player 1 is going to be... oh yeah, let's be Brazil. Player 2, let's change. Yeah, that sounds good to me. Obviously, if you're not a football fan, then this is not going to go down well. I don't think it's suddenly going to make you a football fan. But if you like football, this one ain't bad. It's okay. Not quite FIFA Soccer. Wow, commentary. I'm absolutely amazed at that. And graphically, it probably looks a little bit like Football Madness, but I don't really see that as a proper football game, to be honest. Let's. Oh, look at that! I'm pressing the L2, R2 button. That's pretty cool. Which is the best aspect? I have not got a clue. Let's pass. Look at that! That's brilliant. I don't even remember playing it like this. Get the ball. Like that, just really confusing. I really don't remember being able to do that in the original game. I can't remember. Maybe I just didn't pay any attention. Brilliant. Brilliant. Right, come on, goalie. Let's get it out. You've almost got a few games in one, to be honest here, haven't you? I'm not sure what the best way to play it is, though. Oh! That was a howler. Oh, I think that's too far away, isn't it? That's better. Goalie didn't even move. I'm actually amazed that the commentary is still here. Oh, that was a great pass. Boot it up, hope for the best. Oh, a little bit. Oh. Oh, he just walked into me and took the ball. Come on. Oh. Get that ball. I can't see that way. But get a speed burst as well by pressing B. Sort of. Run! No, guy's going to get it. I'm pretty sure I'm going to play this game a lot more. It's definitely got a lot going for it. It probably will be the best game after Sensible Soccer, football-wise, that is, on the Evercade. It's pretty decent, better than I probably thought it was. Might even be good for a good two-player action as well. How did I miss? Probably a little bit rough round the edges, obviously, but you know, it's pretty good. I don't know, I don't think it's as bad at all. Look at the guy running, pressing the speed burst, that's hilarious. Oh, the passing's rubbish. Oh well. I'll probably play this a lot more, guys. It's pretty good. Okay guys, next game is Brainbender, which is a Game Boy game, which is interesting enough. It's a very interesting choice of games on this cart, that's for sure. There's a good bit of variety, which is pretty cool. So that's a kind of a puzzling game if you probably hadn't guessed that. You need to sort of line up all the mirrors so that the lasers match up and break the exit. Let's go. Yeah, I think we'll be doing easy. Level 1. Okay, we're on a time limit here as well. Oh, I'm not very good at that. I think I'm going to absolutely mess this up, aren't I? We run out of time. Might be actually wise to move the mirrors before you sort of press that, I guess. Yeah, let's try again. Not enough points for a restart? What's that all about? I need to go through all that rigmarole again. Right. Okay, I have no idea. Maybe this is the better strategy. So, maybe try and line them up first before we even get there. Is that better? I have no idea. Oh, controls are a little bit jumpy. Probably not. Okay, let's go with that. Who knows? Oh, went the wrong way. You can see down the right hand side your time is constantly going away. Okay. Oh, that was good. Oh, I think I'm going to mark this up again. Oh, nearly done. Oh, wrong way. There. Kinda tricky. I don't think it's the greatest game, to be honest. That's just level 1. It doesn't really grab you, to be honest. I'm not really wanting to play it much more. But I probably will to try and get the gist of it. Oh, I went the wrong way already. But, I don't know. Controls are a little bit tricky. Oh, don't do what I just did. Interesting. Oh, I've run out of time. Yeah. Bit of a frustrating one. Not sure that's the greatest, to be honest. Okay guys, now we're going to play Hardcore 4x4, another PlayStation game. This is the second PlayStation game that's on here. Also you can use the R2 button to press your horn. Happy days, you got handbrake, brake, accelerate. Yeah. This should be quite good fun. Let's go for it. All that's missing is the PlayStation theme here. I take it they're not allowed to actually play it because it's probably copyrighted. Left and right selects the country. I'll just go with English, I think. I've barely got a grasp of that. Okay, pressing R2 just to see that the horn's working. So pretty straightforward. Press X to accelerate. Not too complicated. The complications probably come in the handling of this crazy vehicle and barging into the sides constantly and just getting barged, going the wrong way, and end up last. Yeah, it's a bit crazy, chaotic. Handling is questionable, that's for sure. Not really sure what it's like to drive a real 4x4 like this, but anyway. Might not be too far off. Yeah, it's bumpy. It is hard to tell what's track and what's not. It does get a little bit confusing. And it definitely sounds very Destruction Derby-like, I think. I'm getting those vibes from the commentary. And this does have a sort of feel of a early PlayStation game. It's not the most amazing looking game, it's not bad, but it's kind of a little bit rough around the edges. It's difficult to keep your concentration up playing this. Just one slight nudge to the side and it kind of sends you back. It's okay, I think. It's not bad. It's not the worst game ever, but it's not brilliant. There are some frustrations with it. Let's see, I couldn't really tell that was track or what there. Oh. Not even sure there's a reverse button on this. As if I actually go backwards in the races rather than forward. Funny enough, there's no reverse, but I feel as if I'm going backwards. Oh, the irony. I would if I could. I think that the design of the tracks is quite misleading. And the tracks are quite tight. I don't know if that's deliberate or limitations. I have no idea. Oh, I'm sure you might get some limited fun out of this. Maybe even 2-player game. Yay, off you go. 3rd place. Kinda getting the hang of it, but it's tricky as heck. It's kind of hurting my eyes a little bit, the graphics. Try concentrate. Yeah, 2nd place. An expert now. Final lap. You know, it's okay. I'm sure obviously there's a little bit more variety with different courses and stuff. I may give it a little bit of a go, but it's not brilliant. It's just really okay. This guy's going to be panicking that I'm going to take the lead from him. Oh, not if I'm driving like that. Or that. Oh, I was looking so good for a second. Nearly first. Come on. Oh no. Oh. dear. Oh, I'm trying too hard now. Trying. I can do it, I can do it. Oh, I'm getting stuck. Traffic jam. Oh dear. I've snatched. Oh, I'm going to get beat here. How did that happen? Oh dear. Oh dear. Pretty frustrating, but you know, it's okay. It's pretty average. It's quite hard going, to be honest. But yeah, it's alright. Okay guys, Premier Manager 97 on the Mega Drive. Amazing. I had this on the Mega Drive, last game I ever purchased. Another sad story. Now, if you've never played management games before, it's not even football, it's just a management game. I don't think this is going to sell anything to you. It's not amazing, it's a decent enough management game. Sometimes if you played one management game, you've probably played all of them. I played most of my football management games on the C64, funny enough. I've played a few here and there. Number of players, I don't know. Let's just start the game. Enter your name. Now, where's my keyboard? Choose your team. I don't think it makes any difference. It was all just shutting your eyes and just pressing a button. Yep, we're going to go Brian. Okay, so the first place you usually start is, yeah, you can see it flashing at you. You need to pick a sponsor for your team. And some of the boards around the park, which brings some money in that you definitely need to spend on players. So let's see what we get to pick. So, oh, that's exit. I need to choose it. That'll do it. Next one. Okay, that'll do. Enough messing about that. What's this one? Oh, this is your ground. You want to build, up capacity. Let's see. No undersoil heating. Some strange details in this. Now, obviously, you want to maybe refer to the manual for all the details if you want to go in depth with this. There's a lot to it. Some of the aspects are a bit strange, but yeah, if you want to get more money, you need to up the capacity in your stadium, which definitely helps. You've got your players, player list. See, this B button brings up this little side menu. Wow, this is the transfer market. Interesting. Can we get a player? I don't really know who I need yet, so it's really difficult to know what you need. You can sell players here too. What's this one here? Well, this is your current team. So let's exit out there. What's this one? Oh, that's your current bank statement. There's a lot to this. I mean, I'm not going to do this justice in a quick video. We can maybe just jump straight to playing a game, obviously, which is the whistle. Let's see if we go straight to a game. Okay, go straight to your game. This is your game, so you can actually change the speed of the game. Down the bottom here. Oh! We've got to go! Oh yeah! So change the speed of the actual animations here. You can go slow, fast, super fast. Just press right and left on the D-pad. See, ultra speed, it will just go through the game and get to the end. Rather than sit through it, because it's pretty tedious just to watch the game go. Even on ultra, it's not super fast. But sometimes I think people like to actually sit through the actual game and sort of, you know, you get the tension of the game and you're wanting to score, for example. See where my team's actually winning 3-0. But yeah, you can see this is a game. I think if you've never played one before, I don't think it's going to tempt you to play it. If you have, then you'll probably really enjoy it. There's a lot to see here. It's very in-depth. It's a pretty decent version of a football management game. Probably not the best, but if you remember, this was on the Mega Drive. There was not that many, if I recall, on the Mega Drive. This was a pretty good example, and it came quite late on in the day in the original run of the Mega Drive. which was pretty interesting. Anyway guys, let's move on to the next game. Okay guys, moving on to Utopia, the creation of a nation. Now this one I'm not going to do much justice to because it's very in-depth, got a lot going on to it. It's very SimCity-like, there's a lot happening. You'll have to refer to the manual, how to play this properly. And this type of game is definitely not for everyone. Basically building a city, and sort of civilizations kind of thing. And I think a lot of people will probably really like this. If you love this type of thing, you're going to like this as well. It's definitely one of these ones that's going to... It's a time zapper basically, it's not a 5-minute game. You basically need to create a city. Let's see. You're not allowed to build here. Okay, fair enough. Can I build here? So you get different options down the bottom of the screen here, as you can see. There's a lot to it. I definitely need to spend more time with this one. Need to double check the actual controls while you're going. B is for build, A is switch between the toolbar down the bottom, X is reposition marker in query mode, decrease numbers in menus, switch between build, query and bulldoze. Okay, so build's your main button I guess that you're going to be pressing a lot of. Let's go back. Need to figure out what I'm actually building. So down the bottom, what am I going to pick? Okay, what am I looking at? So this is the world map. Wow. Pretty large. See, I'm never going to do this game justice in a video. This is the different types of building that you can choose to build if you've got enough money, that is. Let's see, it tells you how long it's going to build. Let's see if we can build... Oh look, is this like a football stadium? Yeah, sports complex. Life support, store. Can we build that? Okay, let's see. Let's see if we can move on a little bit. Okay. So I'm going to try and build this sports complex. Can I build it here? Yep. This is kind of interesting. I think if you like this type of thing, then there's a lot of depth. Not enough living space, people unhappy, so people I need to build... Basically I need to go and build houses by the looks of it. Because people are not happy with me. Let's see, oh, construction hat I guess that is. I need to find the one that's buildings, houses, flux pod, radar, hospital, living quarters, there we go, let's build some houses. Controls are a little bit tricky. Let's see. Take a little while to actually build. Okay. All the different people I guess that you need to speak to. We'll come back to that. What's this? Oh, you got save options. Anyway guys, I think we'll move on. There's no way in heck I'm going to be able to do this justice in a short video like this. But I think this one could be interesting to get your teeth stuck into, that's for sure. A lot of people will like this game. Okay guys, now there's no doubt the Gremlin cart is all about Zool for me. I'm not saying it's an amazing game, because it's a good game. And I'm really glad that it's actually on Evercade, because it's a pick up and go game. I've never played it in any depth at all, and even though it was on the Mega Drive SNES, originally an Amiga Classic, which obviously it was touted that Zool was like Amiga's mascot, and it was a bit like Sonic the Hedgehog. It's kind of like Sonic the Hedgehog, but it's nowhere near as good as that, but it's still pretty good. It's very playable, it's stylish, and I think most people will probably be aware of this one. I'm not sure whizzing through the game is the best way to actually play it. Taking your time, probably is a little bit better, but you know, it is quite a speedy game. You do feel tempted to whiz through the game, but I don't think that's the best way of doing it. I think you need to collect certain items so that you can actually progress. You see, I've got, I think, 35 now to collect. See down the bottom, you've got your score, and you've got 35 things to collect. So it's very slidey because it's a snowy level. Honestly, there's a lot to love about this style of game. And this is definitely the one I'll be probably playing the most on this cart. You can jump and shoot, and there's a twirly action you can do as well, which I guess you can destroy enemies in the middle. Well, I died. Hopefully it doesn't reset your item count. No, it doesn't, that's good. Let's go. You need to watch those spikes, you can hardly actually see them. Very sneaky. Got time, lives. Not sure where your hit points are though. $22 items to collect. Oh, come on. Very hard. I mean, is it a Sonic beater? Nah, it's definitely not a Sonic beater, but it's decent. It's definitely not a bad game. It's pretty difficult. But it's an enjoyable one. I think this will be great just playing on your handheld, maybe just having that quick go. I've still got 2 items to collect. Where the heck are they? I've interestingly now got an extra character. That's kinda cool. What's the point of it? I have no idea. Oh wow. Yay! We can now maybe go to the exit. Or die before we get there, probably. More likely. Oh, I'm going to die, aren't I? Oh, I see what I mean. Going fast does not benefit you. Right, let's see if we can finish this level at least. No, it is quite enjoyable, but it is very hard. Like I say, sometimes doing what I'm doing right now probably is not the best way of actually playing the game. But it's still fun to play. And it's probably the best probably game on the cart, arguably. It is good fun. Now overall, Gremlin cart, I'm not sure it's for everyone, that's for sure. It's good, but it's only got 6 games, and sort of looking at them, I'm not sure all 6 are actually decent games. You got Zool, which is pretty good. Premier Manager's not for everyone. Actua Soccer's a lot better than I actually thought it was going to be. Utopia's not for everyone, but I think there's a lot of gameplay to be had there. It's a tough sell, that's for sure. It's good, but I think the value isn't quite the same. If you want to compare it, for example, to the Renovation cart, which has 12 games on it, this cart only has 6. And not all 6 are really great games. You've maybe only got a couple of decent games, the rest are questionable and not for everyone. Tough, really tough. I know fine well there's a lot of people not going to buy this cart. If you're collecting the carts, then I'm sure you want to buy it anyway, just for the sake of it, but I don't know, it's a tough sale. I quite like it, I'm certainly going to be playing a few of the games more, but it's not for everyone, guys. Sadly to say. I think if there was more games, maybe added a few more games onto it, even if we added Actua Golf to it, and a couple others, it would have been a really decent enough cart. As it stands, I think it's really middle of the road. It's not the best value out there, I'm afraid. Anyway guys, that's my opinions. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and we'll catch you again next time. Bye for now.